Hi, this is Vail Johnson, and you're watching for BassPlayersOnly.com. Indeed.
Hi everyone, John Liebman here. You're watching for BassPlayersOnly.com. We are here once again with the one and only Vail Johnson. How you doing, Vail?
I'm doing well, John. Thanks, man.
We've done a couple of interviews, and we got lots of great information about your musical upbringing and the long-standing gig with Kenny G and the gig with Keb Mo that you had for a long time. And we talked about equipment, and I understand there's something kind of exciting, a new project that you have. Why don't I let you tell the folks here what's going on?
Okay, yeah, well, I have my new record. It's called The Seventh Son. It's an all-vocal record that I'm singing. I've gotten back into singing again, singing all the songs and playing bass and all of that. And but it's a new style, a new genre of music that I'm trying to create because I got tired of trying to fit my solo career into one of these already defined genres. So I'm calling it Jazz Americana, compound word with a capital A for the Americana, Jazz Americana. And really what it is, it's an amalgam of my experiences, whether it's starting out back in the bluegrass bands I was in, to funk and R&B and jazz and folk and country, all of those things. So rather than saying all of those things, when somebody asked me what's it like, I said, well, it's Jazz Americana. That's my new genre. And so that's what I'm trying to establish that as, something that people can actually recognize as a legitimate style of music.
Well, I enjoyed your renditions last night at a jam session here where you sang and you played, and I have a good idea what you're talking about, so right. I highly recommend it. And if it's anything as good as Come Together and Flow, and the first one was a Terminator, and you've got a few.
Terminator, then Says Who, and then Underground, and then Come Together, Flow. Now The Seventh Son. Is the new one, yeah.
Yes, well, the ones that I've heard, which is about half of them so far, are great, so I'm sure this one is going to be great too. Tell me about your equipment.
Equipment-wise, I've got my Roscoe fretted and fretless 5s that are fantastic. I love those. I still play my 62 Precision quite a bit on this record, and live I play that a lot. And I've got a 5-string Fender, just a American Standard Fender Precision. That's nice as well. That I play. I do my Mick Donner electric upright. That's on a few tunes on this new one, which I like a lot. And that's the basses. Amp-wise, I've got a new thing going on with amps with Valve Train, company out of Florida. They make these. It's
Altamont Springs, right?
I'm not sure. I have not been there yet.
Wow, okay.
But yeah, it's all point to point, hand wired, handmade, great tube amps that they've been known for guitar amps, but now they're making a bass amp. This Brandywine 50-watt head, and the top secret new amp that's coming out that nobody knows about is that they're doing modeling after the Sun 2000S. It'll be like 160 or 170 watt tube amp that's going to be really fantastic. But the tone of this 50-watt thing is excellent. It's got me very excited about working with them.
And in most cases, 50 watts is enough to get it done?
No, that's why we're doing the 160 watt.
Okay.
But the 50 watt, they market it as a recording amp, like a B15 in a way. And it sounds fantastic. It's like a B15 that has that tone, but we'll get much louder than that. I've used it on some club gigs, and it actually works. It's really great. But the 160 watt, which I envision with two 15s, it's going to be fantastic.
You mentioned to me that it's got to be a 15 because you don't like the 10s because of the response or something like that.
Yeah, I don't like the 10s, and I can't believe there's such a controversy whenever I say I don't like these 410 cabs because they're slow responding and mushy, and people get so upset. They say no, the 410 is the answer. I mean, it's the holy grail, and Moses never played a 410. He didn't prefer that at all, and that's, Anyway, heavy as a stone tablet is those big 15 magnets. No, the 15.
Aren't there two cabinets?
I think he dropped one.
Oh.
Yeah, on the way down.
Like Mel Brooks?
Yes, indeed, okay. Yeah. No, the thing about the 10s, just real quickly, a lot of the modern bass cabinet 10s, they design the speakers to try to reproduce very low frequencies. And when they do that, they end up giving them a real high excursion speaker. You can look at the cabinet and you play a low note and you see all the speakers jumping like this, like that. And to me, when I'm playing fast percussive things, and the speaker's going out and I hit another note while it's still going out and it wants to go back, it gets very confused. And to me, it sounds mushy. The thing with the 15s is that they don't move very much. Like real PA 15s, you look at a giant PA array of speakers, the ones that are just melting your insides, and you go up there and do those cabinets, those speakers aren't moving, but they're putting out huge thunderous sound. So the thing about the 15 is that it doesn't move so much, and so it's much quicker responding. So it's counterintuitive, but the 15 for me, I love it. The 15.
It's interesting that more people don't feel that way, because the 410 cabinets or the 810 cabinets, there's some guys like even 8-inch speakers. Yeah. And a lot of people don't seem to have that issue, so I guess it's all a matter of personal preference and what works for you.
Yeah, well, more people eat McDonald's burgers than something healthy.
Well, because it's cheaper, probably. How about...
there goes my McDonald's endorsement I was really shooting for.
How about strings? What kind of strings do you use?
I'm using the D'Addarios. I like the nickel wound, the regular XLs. I love the response, the feel. It's much more even. It just has the great all-around tone for me, and I can just kind of do anything with them. I put them on a fretless. I put them on fretted.
Gotcha. Well, what else is coming up for you? You're still with Kenny. It's got decades now, almost 3 decades.
Yeah. Oh.
And so that's a steady gig for you. And what else do you have coming up? That are you already thinking about the next record? Are you working on another project? Is there something else that's brewing right now?
Let's see. Yes, no, and yes.
Gotcha.
This Seventh Son record. That's what I'm promoting now, and I've got a band in Nashville, and I'm doing gigs. I'm really concentrating on my solo career, doing less sideman stuff. I'm not doing the Kebmo gig anymore, because doing all of that, I had no time for anything else. So I'm really making a serious push for a solo career with this record, where all my other efforts were sort of just, this is fun, this is cool, something to do, but I'm really a sideman. Well, I decided I'd want to try to make a serious effort at being a frontman. So,
well, I think that's a good move, because obviously you have something to say, and you say it well. Vail Johnson, always a pleasure. It's always fun. You always make me smile and laugh, and it's always good to see you. Thanks very much. Much luck and continued success to you always.
I appreciate that. Thanks, John.
I am John Liebman. You're watching for BassPlayersOnly.com.